Leadership Southern Maryland is probably the most wonderful program here in our region. It is a 9-month tuition-based executive leadership seminar that takes the graduates through a variety of topics throughout our region that are important to them. Things like transportation, housing, economic development, healthcare, and much more. We have over 300 graduates already, and I couldn't be more proud of this organization. Leadership Southern Maryland has had a tremendous impact on the Tri-County area. I can think of the delegates over the last 10 years who've been able to take the skills and knowledge that they've learned through their efforts here at LSM and take it back to their workplace, back to their communities, and really make a difference. They lead in healthcare, they lead in tourism, they lead in workplace development and transportation. We see so many great things happening in our region, and I'd like to think it's because of the leadership and mentoring and service that LSM has provided. The Heritage Award was developed several years ago as a way for Leadership Southern Maryland to honor leaders in a variety of ways. We took the LSM acronym, if you will, and devised leader, service, and mentoring. And each year we rotate. So this year we have the Leadership Award. Our past recipients have been very highly regarded in our community, and it's a great way to honor their endeavors.
Tom Jarboe is probably the best candidate for leadership we've ever had. And it's so fitting that on this 10th anniversary of LSM, we honor him with this award. I believe he has learned that life is about serving others. And through his fantastic leadership, that's what he does. Tom's contributions to the community have been phenomenal. His whole family's contributions have been phenomenal. Tom has been a giver in this community since he was a young man. I've known him a long time, and I don't think there's anyone who's had a more positive impact on our community than Tom Jarboe.
Well, we're only 10 years old, so the Heritage Award for me is more significant of, I think, a family presence in the Tri-County area. So I'm very excited to get the award. Because there's many people who are more deserving than I am to receive such an award. But when I think of the word heritage, I think about my family and how long they've been here and how good parenting I had that led me to do some good stuff for the community. So it just seems to be continuing forward, and I have 3 boys of my own, and I hope they continue the legacy.
Tom's leadership style is one of those that I personally appreciate very well. He's a quiet leader. He would never ask anyone to do anything that he wouldn't do himself. And that's how he leads. He leads by example. It comes from his family. His whole family has a history of serving others. And after a while, after you get to know Tom, you appreciate that. When Tom speaks, those who know him well listen. He's not loud, but what he says is always important and on point.
I've always had leadership style as someone who listens, but I would definitely say that after being in a leadership program like Leadership Maryland, I really learned that you need to use your physical attributes in that order, where you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you speak. Because if you don't, if you try to speak over people, you really miss out on an opportunity to better understand their background, because we all come to a conversation with an aperture of life which is different. So we all have much different experiences. And if you only talk to like-minded people and you only talk to hear yourself, you're really missing out on a great opportunity for collaboration. And I think that certainly a collaborative approach to doing business has always worked well for me.
Tom Jarboe is a first-term member of the Commissioners of St. Mary's County and a lifetime resident of the county. After he earned a BA in Behavioral Science and an MS in International Commerce from the University of Maryland, he served 4 years in the United States Coast Guard. Upon leaving the service, he worked for Sierra Management Technologies as a flight operations coordinator for the V-22 Integrated Test Team, and Egan McAllister Associates as a deputy program manager. He started his own defense contracting company, Technology Security Associates Incorporated, where he led as Chief Operating Officer until September of 2014. Currently, Jarboe serves as president of Kios LLC, an international trade company. An active leader in the community, Jarboe is a founder and leadership council member of Leadership Southern Maryland, co-chair of the St. Mary's County Local Emergency Planning Commission, and counselor for the Wounded Warrior Initiative at Fort Meade, to name a few. In 2013, Jarboe was named the St. Mary's County Chamber of Commerce Business Person of the Year. He currently resides in St. Mary's City with his beloved wife Shannon and their 3 sons, Nick, Christian, and Luke. Leadership Southern Maryland is pleased to bestow the prestigious 2018 Heritage Award upon Tom Jarboe for his relentless contributions and distinguished services to Southern Maryland.